What's up, my construction entrepreneurs? Tyrone Jones here with the Construction Entrepreneur School and Services. Now, we're going to talk about turnkey pricing, right? What is turnkey pricing? Turnkey pricing, I feel it makes it easier to bid on. I'm gonna go up here, man. My dogs are fighting. So, turnkey pricing. Getting old, man. Shucks. Oh man. I'm up here at the top. Okay, so turnkey pricing. Okay. What is turnkey pricing? Turnkey pricing is which makes it easier to do estimates, right? What I mean by make it easier to do estimates? Well, doing estimates as owners, we're not, our goal is to not do estimates forever. Our goal is to be into a place where we can have someone do estimates for us. We would like to, tell me if I'm fibbing. We would like to go out there and kind of do what we want to do. Visit the job sites, go on those, meet new customers and things like that. Have somebody else focus on this tedious estimating thing. That's what we would like to do as owners. And that's the real, But as owners, we have to estimate, and it's a very tedious thing if you're doing it the right way. Very tedious thing. Whether you're writing it out by hand, which I'm against. You should have some type of spreadsheet that you're doing. And I'm very much in stance with get these pricing things out of your head and do a bid for every job. Every single job. Because sometimes you forget things and it costs you dearly on these jobs. And a lot of times, a lot of individuals doing numbers in their head and their jobs are small. And when you miss something on the small job, it costs you dearly. When you miss something on the larger job, well, you have time to make that up. For example, and I'll get back to this turnkey pricing. For example, if you got a big job that you're on for 3 months, then you can call a supplier and get a lower rate if possible. You can look at how to use different type of materials that can get you the same results. You can speed up your production with your crew and get things done a lot faster by making them work 1 extra hour of overtime every day, and you're knocking out, another, 35% of the work, which in the end, in 2 weeks time, you have gotten ahead and saved yourself another $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy stuff like that. On small jobs where you're just doing these numbers in your head and you forget that faucet costs this much and you left that out and that's another $300. Well, it's $300 out of your bottom line. And that's my whole thing about doing numbers in your head, not doing numbers on a spreadsheet. And doing it on a spreadsheet, you can always go back and look at where it went wrong. Okay, maybe you spent too much time on this item. Maybe you spent too much money on materials on this item. You can see that and track it. Know that you're making money. Know that you're profiting. So, turnkey items. Turnkey items makes it easier to bid projects. Turnkey items are things like, for me, I'm in concrete, right? So it's curb and gutter. I have a curb and gutter price. I don't have to break down what it would cost to do curb and gutter for 200 to 1,000 linear feet. I already got that price of what it would be, what it would cost. I already have that price figured out already in my bid. So as soon as I get curb and gutter, I know what I'm going to charge because I have a turnkey price already. Now, that also works for V-gutters. You can also make it work if you want to put in the time for drywall, painting. Like you can do it for all these different things. Let's break it down for drywall, or let's break it down for framing. Not even for drywall. Let's break it down for framing because you can do it for drywall too. But you want to do it for framing, right? You can do depending on how much framing you do for 100 linear feet to You do you do how much it would cost to do 100 linear feet. Then you do how much it would cost to do 101 to 200 linear feet. Then you do a price it would cost you to do 201 to 300 linear feet. And you do all these linear footage, and you can spread those gaps wider as well. But you put the cost you put the cost what it takes to do that 6-inch wall, that 8-inch wall, whatever the wall sizes are and the linear footage are, and you build those turnkey prices. That way, when you come to a bid and you got this much 400 linear feet of wall, then you can do your 301 to 400 linear feet, or you can do your 401 to 500 linear foot price for that, and that can get your bid done much faster. Drywall, you can do drywall per square foot. Okay, you can do per square foot or per sheets, right? But you can do it per square foot. You can say, hey, you know what? Or you can say, hey, you can do per sheet. You can figure out what it costs for one person to install a sheet, or you can figure out what it costs for one person to install a certain amount of square footage and use that as your turnkey price for up to a certain amount of square footage. And put this together, and it would be a lot easier bidding jobs, a lot faster bidding jobs, a lot more accurate bidding jobs, and you can control your understand what you're making and your cost, and you can get off this tedious work of doing estimates a lot faster. Imagine that. Do these turnkey pricing points. What else out there? I don't know if you can do it for plumbing. I don't know how you can do it for plumbing. Not sure. But I mean, you can figure out what it costs to do certain type of work for plumbing, right? If you're constantly bidding on those things, you can do it for windows. You can do it for, landscaping. You can do it for side. I'm talking about landscape as construction landscape, not like maintenance landscape. But you can do it for landscaping, facade. You can do it for fencing. Got some fencing put in. You can do it for fencing. There's so many things you can do But see, the thing with doing turnkey pricing, is putting in the work ahead of time. So this is what I'm gonna give you a tip here. This is what makes it easy. When you have a job where you're putting in, X amount of footage of drywall, framing, or flooring, or whatever it is, use that as a time to do the turnkey pricing for a certain amount for that square footage. Only do it when you have that job. That way, it's already in place. And you build a spreadsheet for that, because in case you need to tweak the pricing at all, you build it on a separate spreadsheet. You can always come back to it and increase whatever line items you have in there. You can always increase it, and you'll know what that price is per square foot, per linear footage, per whatever, per cubic footage, whatever is your unit of measure. Okay, and that's what you can do. But do it when you have the job for that work. And that way, unless you can sit down for, a day at a time and then just work out these pricing, that's fine too. Me, I just build it as I go, especially if there's a new one I need to do. Because this job calls for, let me put a, turnkey pricing metric to this. Then I build it out and I say that spreadsheet and okay, I can always come back to this and use it, or double it up. I was I only did the 200. Let me double it up to 400. I can easily make the next ones that need to go down that road, depending on what the multiplier is, right? And that's it. And that's a way you can get better at estimating, get faster at estimating, and start doing estimates. And stop doing these prices in your head, man. There's so many. Man, I'm losing my cigar, man. Stop doing these pricing in our head, man. I swear, man. Yeah, stop doing this pricing in our head. That way we can figure it out. Now, let me know if this is helpful, because man, I'm dropping some jewels on here, man. And I'm still do classes eventually. I'll still do classes, and some of them will be free, some of them will be paid. You know, turn on the lighting over here. Some of them will be free, some of them will be paid, and we'll talk more about this in depth. Show spreadsheets, how to actually put these things together. You know, I mean, it's fun just talking about it and kind of getting it out and basically chatting about it, you know, and verbally saying this, saying that. But it's different when you can actually see it, you know, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do a spreadsheet, but a lot of times people don't, know where to start on the spreadsheet. And I have a class on like, hey, here's the spreadsheet. This is where you can use as a basis, and then you can grow it from here, right? And or hey, this is how you build a spreadsheet. And I think having this tool will help the individuals out there that really dread estimating. There's some of us out there that just like estimating, getting in front of a computer is just like, oh, it's like, and I think it's a lot of individuals that spend so much time in the field and have a hard time meeting that transition, but they, they're doing business and they would like to learn that next aspect of the business, which is the admin part, and where we lack at as a lot of entrepreneurs out there, we lack the admin side of work, you know, and you know, after a certain amount of time, you hire someone to do a lot of this admin work, you know, and I think people don't realize that they can literally pay someone like, you know, $1,000 a week to do a lot of this admin work and save a whole lot of time and not have to worry about a whole lot of things, you know. You can save on a lot of this and cost yourself a lot less headaches, you know. You really can. And knowing when to hire someone for that, because saving yourself time is also saving you money, right? And that's just it. Saving you time is saving you money or making you more money, right? And learning the tricks of the trade. But see, you know, I could talk about all these tricks of the trade or whatever you want to call them, trade secrets. You know, you can call them whatever you want. It's just, it's still work that has to be put in to make this happen. It's not like something that you're just like, oh yeah, I found it and it's here. Here's the pricing right here. No, everyone has their own structure that they need to figure out what works for their company. You know, what I pay my guys, what I pay for my truck, you know, how am I charging for fuel? You know, do I have cell phone for these guys? Do I don't? You know, where I buy my material from, how much I'm paying for it. You know, man, some people buy it in bulk, so their material costs different. So it's just different things that, you know, affect everyone's company that they need to factor in for their work. And that's just it. But the turnkey pricing method, long as you know how to put in the work and build it, then it can work for you. And it'll make your life a whole lot easier, simpler, and then you can start, you know, getting more into this admin part of your business that you need to catch up on. So my construction entrepreneurs, I'm gonna let you go with that. Let me know if that was helpful. Let me know if that's something that you have thought about doing that you think that you need to implement within your business. Let me know if you know someone that needs to do it or that's doing it. You know, raise your hand if you've been doing it. You know, yeah. I'm gonna let you guys go with that, man. Let me know if that was helpful. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I've been doing quite a bit of videos lately. I've been trying to do a lot of videos on the weekends you know, and then just kind of double up on them that way. And I just schedule them to be posted a little bit further out. That's my hack into this thing right now, is because it's hard to do it throughout the week because I'm so busy and dealing with so many things. So it's kind of hard to get in the headspace to do a video and kind of drop this knowledge out to you guys. So hey, my construction entrepreneurs, hustle hard, then hustle harder. Catch you on the next one.